Did it got transferred? It looks like it did not. Okay, you need to disembark.
En avant! Marchez!
Finally, it looks like this force here is ready. And they may as well move on closer to Munich, where we'll have our forces combined.
Autre chose?
Furthermore, okay, the Navy can
Tous à vos postes! Tous à vos postes!
start blockading at some point. I'll get rid of these notifications. So this army is moving.
Installation du campement!
There has to be other armies here that are moving to Munich, right here.
En avant! Marchez!
Go there. You,
Miller?
Victor Lesage,
Hommes! En avant!
have already successfully reached Munich. So what's our purpose here? Our purpose here is to fight Genoa where it hurts. So that's in their homeland. So that's their homeland and that's their occupied territory. So they have taken the heart from Poland, Lithuania. We have taken the other heart, so they have taken Lithuania. We have taken Poland, so that's Warsaw, their capital, and Vilnius was the other capital there that made it up the alliance of nations.
Oui, Miller!
In here, we are going to start
Troupes! En avant!
another offensive, while here we're going to, at the same time, try and fire Vilnius. So,
Oui, monsieur!
first things first. It looks like I could as well deal with these
Écrasez-les!
first. These raiders, they would be otherwise moving into our lands and pillaging.
Guerre est victorieux!
It looks like we have sent just enough troops to get rid of them.
Monsieur, préparez-vous! Marchez!
Now that
En
that's done,
avant! Pour la couronne et le pays!
Let's get
Votre
them.
humble serviteur.
let's get them into the army and move on to Iasi.
Battez pavillon!
Let's ask if they wish to surrender. It looks like they have no chance.
Levez le siège!
And the population of Iasi has successfully surrendered. The defending force has complied with your demand of surrender and will just bring them in to our nation. So our front line here, as you can see, is very perfect, so to speak. Right? Just before invasion of USSR in 1941, before the Operation Barbarossa, a very kind of straightforward, not just like, but you know what I mean. It was like Romania, Hungary, Nazi Germany, and it kind of went in and turned out quite badly for the Axis nations. Furthermore, our attack on the Russian Empire has been very successful. Let's take a look. Our income next turn is down to 5,000 due to the fact that we are no longer trading with Maratha Confederacy and other things, obviously. But we are going to attack
Village assiégé!
further. And let's
Préparez-vous
do
pour la bataille!
just that. They will not accept the surrender, but they would otherwise, in 4 turns, will be fighting us. Let's just auto-resolve this, maybe.
Hurrah! Hurrah!
Yeah, it looks like it was a very
Une ligne de bataille!
successful battle. And it's time to fix things up here. And we can move on
Hommes, en avant!
with fighting
D'autres ordres?
others here.
À vos ordres!
Okay, let's first of all go
Marchez! Prêt!
into their territory, and guess what? They instantaneously caught us up here. And this would be very easy battle for us. Let's move on into this battle. So it looks like we marched in and kind of we got caught up with their vanguard towards their station in Königsberg, and they won't be supported by the military in the city, while we may be supported by our troops. So these our troops are going to reinforce us, and let's do just that. In any case, this force right here is fully replenished, so these guys are going to kick the can the way it's supposed to be done. We have a nice deployment here. However, these houses would be proving quite difficult obstacles, so let's see what our opponent does. And it looks like our opponent will be marching a little bit east here. Okay, let's do a very similar thing here. Let's, without the cavalry, march on east ourselves, and hopefully this is going to prevail. Now, our opponent here does have large numbers, but his numbers certainly are not as effective as ours, and if we could engage them with the combined force, it would be great. Look at that, these guys have helmets, so these are Genoa regiment of militia. No, are these helmets? You tell me, because it could be helmets, it could be not, but it's certainly close enough. Okay, my troops are not running, they're just walking through, and our opponent, surprisingly enough, is not staying still. They're moving forward quite a bit. Okay, it's time to move ourselves too, and we'll see where this actually is going to lead us. So, if we could engage their two brigades with our four, their one brigade with our two, this section would be left, and we could hack them in a matter of hours. Okay, it looks like it's not looking bad. I'm just going to give a straightforward order, cut them to pieces, and that's it. As you can see, two of my brigades are fighting one of theirs. If we can keep this up, it's going to be just fine. These guys need to go south. We're not even moving into a shootout here. Furthermore, as you can see, they're launching this cavalry assault, and it will turn out for them to be a complete and absolute disaster. So in here we are going to have the first fight, and the grenadiers here are going to be deployed too. Furthermore, we are seeing an interesting movement of troops there too. Alright, so far so good. They are not being cohesive enough. These guys could go here and support, these guys here and support, these guys there. Whoa! Okay. It looks like, as you may have noticed, we are having a very lucky engagement. Obviously these grenadiers here are being hit by a large pressure, and I'm going to relieve this pressure by sending an additional brigade over here, and with this brigade I hope to stabilize things a little bit forward. Okay, this front line is certainly a magnificent work from us. We are very successfully surrounding them. Okay, everybody's running. We are even going to issue a command to successfully surround whatever is left there. As you can see, we are breaking through. So I want my troops to successfully go after the enemy. So you all go after the enemy. Now it's time to continue this. Yeah, it was certainly a bloodbath, but the bloodbath that we want, which is pretty much filling the bath with their blood and drowning the rest of them in those baths. However, here they're on the retreat now, and we are doing it. So it's gonna take some time before we hunt down the rest of them here. And it looks like only one of their armies are going to be left stationed, which will give us the advantage that we so much need. It looks like the war against Genoa in the north is going splendidly for us. I myself would not have been committing on this. However, my armies are proving to be just the right type and skill, and the circumstances here, such as a successful siege of Vilnius and the initial attack on Königsberg that didn't draw their entire force, which would probably be even better for us, is still proving to be just what we need. So it looks like the war is moving into our favor, and there's not much the enemies of France can do against this invasion overall that we are doing all over the world. Now I see that there's only a few, very few brigades out there that are still in some kind of a shape of resisting, and they should be hunted down and killed off in a matter of seconds now. Okay, right there. These are the last ones, so shoot them up. Obviously that's a slope right here, which is not going to be a good kill. In any case, it's a close victory, but once again I would say that we had a perfect engagement, absolutely perfect engagement. As you can see, they will be retreating into the fort. I'm going to try and hunt them down in that fort, and that's it. This fort right here, it's gonna take some time for it to fully recover, replenish. What do you need? You need almost 5,000. You are still recovering. What can be built here in this army? So it has 3 cavalry units, including the general. It could as well use regiment étrangers, expatriate infantry are exiles in another nation's service, men with nothing left to lose but their lives. It looks like these are a sort of French Foreign Legion type troops, so let's get these. It looks like the Russians, previous fallen Lithuanian, Ottoman Empire troops are going to fill up this brigade. Okay, you need 5,000 as previously. We already spent quite a bit on this army. So that's one of the Genoa's forts here, a force that I kind of left out from my radar. Okay, now in here we do have a need for replenishment. And that's it. So this force right here will certainly need to be countered before we successfully defeat Klandsberg, maybe. So this army right here could as well move against them. And later we're going to support this Vilnius. Okay, so far so good. As you can see, my cities are in a bad shape, but sooner or later they will be fixed, and that's it. Okay, region captured, trade gained. Okay, this army here has absolutely no chance of stopping a full-scale invasion. That's like that's like Persians moving into Europe. Now here we have Spain. Having an army. That's another force of ours, a force that can be further reinforced. Okay, and I could march these troops south to New Orleans. And I believe that would be a good case. Let's reinforce Charleston, Carolinas, and see if that helps anything. Even a little bit. No, -4. Okay, that's a minus. Fine. Let's see if there's let's take a look at our cities now, and at the same time check if there are any untaxed cities. You know what, maybe Maratha Confederacy would agree with peace if I give them that region there in the south. Okay, this can be... Oh, look at that, Vienna. Oh, wow, they're very, very unhappy. I'm not sure why is that. So that's pretty much clamor for reform and resistance to occupation that's making them so unhappy. There's another settlement here, Serbia. We could keep it untaxed just yet. So, an important thing here is not to extend too much too quickly. And in this way we will replenish forces, build further. This should give us what we need then. With each and every threat we have an army deployed close by, which is what we need, no doubts about that. As you can see here, our Protestantism problem is being taken care of. However, Vienna is certainly a big trouble, no doubts about that. So it's best if we keep our troops there for a bit and hope that it's going to take care. The problem will take care of itself.